Hey everyone, RSKOS here, and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft single-player series, Season 2. Yay! I almost said Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age. I've been kind of binge recording that lately, so that's why. Anyway, last time we did something for the first half of the video that I don't remember, but we also made a sugarcane farm all the way up here at the very top with a very sleepy episode. And this time, I want to do two relatively small things. Relatively small. And I'm afraid to say this will be a kind of a short video, because this is being recorded the day before it would come out, which y'all say that's not a big deal, but this is Minecraft we're talking about. It usually takes me an entire week just to get one recording of these ready to go. Anyway, we worked in this sugarcane farm last time, and it seems to be working pretty well already. There could be more added to it, of course, but I'm pretty happy with it so far. Anyway, I want to work on an improved storage device. Notice I say device. We may have seen it before, though. But the main thing I want to work on for the start of this episode is the outside of my base. Now, I had an idea. I realized earlier today that we're kind of playing in a very arid, deserty area. Kind of like what's going on in Final Fantasy XII. Hashtag watch that series. No, not really. I'm not trying to plug that series, but I kind of needed the reference. It's a very arid and deserty game. Deserty is now a verb. Or verb. Adjective. Yes, it is a verb. I totally passed composition in high school, can't you tell? Anyway, I want to work on the outside of my base and make it kind of look similar to that, honestly. So, I'm thinking just kind of like a Oasis type feel around here, but instead of the Oasis being in the middle here, we're gonna have just a pit of, like, light-colored sand. I think that might look cool if we add a little bit of vegetation. So I'm gonna carve this area out real quick, kind of, and I'll meet y'all back in a minute. Okay, I've carved out a little area here. Ignore that little beeping if you heard that. My bad, I started the recording a little earlier than I intended to. I've carved out an area here, and I've made this little sand thing. I'm thinking I might extend this further up this mountain, this little sand river. This is a weird idea, but I think it might look good. And now we need to lay down some grass and preferably coarse dirt, but I didn't really grab any of that. I can always mix that in later. I mean, for one, we don't even have any grass, so we're just going to be laying down dirt right now, I'm afraid. But let's start with the edges first. Something I do want to mix in is orange sand and orange sandstone, specifically. Maybe not there. Let's fit it in these spots. Yeah, something like this, I think. Okay, let's try adding it in along the walls here, too. I really hope I have enough. Okay, I have enough there. Good, good. And now I guess we'll just spread some... Whoops, I missed that spot. Now I guess we'll just spread some of the red sand and dirt around the place. Whoops, not like that. Yeah, let's do that. Sorry if I'm being a little silent this episode. Just kind of thinking real quick about this. Like I said, this will be a short episode though, because I'm kind of close on time, and I still need to edit this video and render it and all that. And I need some over here too, surely. I'm not gonna work with the exit to the area quite yet, other than to, I guess, just do that. Okay, now we need to start adding in dirt everywhere else. And it's getting nighttime. That's just great. And no, let's not put dirt directly on top of that. Whoops, and it doesn't need to cover the sand itself at all. Yeah, I'm gonna go sleep the night off real quick, and I guess I'll meet you back with the dirt. Okay, there I go again. I'll never break that okay habit. This would look better with grass, admittedly. We'll have to do that later, I'm afraid, because I still don't have Silk Touch just yet. Let's add this as like a little bridge. I think it might look kind of okay, hopefully. Yeah, that could work, although this needs to be brought back a little further just to make a little more room here. Okay, now for some decorating, starting with this, I guess. Yeah, it's just kind of like a pseudo fence. I'm not gonna connect it at the corners there. I'm just gonna do it at these little spots. And that looks pretty good, I think. Maybe something kind of like this. That might look good. I can't tell totally. Like I said, this whole area will look much better when it has some grass. Although it will be the dark color of grass, but that actually would fit here, I think, pretty well. Maybe something up there, too. Like, just kind of overhanging. Whoops, that's... jump! What? Okay. Jump button is really glitchy, considering I pressed X just then and it made me drop that item, and that's not what I have my controller binding set to, so... Or key binding, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, maybe something from up here, too. A bit of a building episode, sorry everyone. Don't worry, the second half won't be so build-heavy. Like I said, this will be a short episode once more. I feel like I've emphasized that a ton in this episode, but I really don't have much time, I'm afraid, today. I think this is looking pretty good so far. That looks like that's just about it for that. Yeah, that's a huge improvement. Just add a few leaves around the place, and let's throw in some of these as well. Just here and there, and down here a little bit too, probably. Yeah, I think this is looking pretty good so far. Okay, let's head to a higher point and take a look. Like, This isn't exactly a higher point, but how's it look from here? That could work. What about up top? Doesn't look too shabby from up here. Also, I noticed there's that little hole over there. I could put like another pool of sand there as well later on. I do want to do some biome beautification here, if that's what you want to call it, in this area. Because the mesa itself looks kind of meh. Like, even like in the areas I'm not exactly living in, I wouldn't mind making them a little prettier, you know? Or just a little more unique looking. And the idea of having like this river of sand with these pools of it, I like that idea. It's something I really liked about so far in Final Fantasy XII. It's a cool idea, and I kind of want to bring it here. Of course, I can't really make it look like it's moving, unfortunately. There's no animation for sand, obviously. But it looks pretty good. Also, I am aware there's a way to make it look like I'm waiting in the sand by having it float on top of signposts. However, there's a limitation to that in console. I can do that, but only for so many blocks at a time. After that point, it just simply won't fall. Console only allows for so many fallen entities at a time, and after that point, like, if there's too many, the excess just will not fall. Anyway, I think this will work for now. I'll have to bring grass down here later, although it doesn't look half bad with dirt, admittedly. But I do think grass would be a better fit. Anyway, next project. Yeah, this is a work in progress. Okay, some of y'all may remember a certain device. Pigman. I swear, they keep spawning to that portal. I can make a farm out of them at this point. Anyway, some of y'all may remember a certain massive storage system / computer from Season 2. I think it's time to remake that. What gave me back the idea for it again is that I actually saw in one of Etho's video. For those of y'all who don't know, he's like a massive redstone pro at Minecraft. Shout out, apparently unintentional, but sure. Anyway, he actually did something similar to what I had done ages ago back in that series. What am I looking for? Redstone. Durr. I kind of want to do that again, is what I'm trying to say. What I'll need is... I need to do some experimenting with it, though, as well. And part of that will be... Okay, I'm gonna need a lot of iron. How much of that do I have? Ooh, that's low. Do I have what I need to make a comparator, actually? What would I need to make that? Yeah, I have what I need to make that. Real quick though, let's make an iron cart. Then make that into a chest mine cart. I want to know if there's a way to detect that. Actually, wait. Okay, first, no, let's make our setup first. Okay, what we're gonna need first is a hopper, which we also gotta make. Shoot, I need a chest. Okay, now I need 2 blocks that don't really... why not slime blocks? They're easy enough to break. They don't look terrible, I guess. Although, I need it to go the other way, game. Come on now. There we go. Although, let's actually raise that up some now that I think about it. Okay. Yeah, let's make a couple of those too while we're at it. Or maybe just 2 right now, considering I don't actually have the ability to expand this much. Or 3. And what you do... Whoops, not like that. If you look directly at the mine track, you can place them inside each other there. You gotta be careful with doing this, because you can basically have infinite storage in one spot if you do this. But you can get carried away, and because these are technically considered entities, it doesn't have the same issue I was talking about earlier with the stand, not whatsoever. But because it counts as a tile entity, it will lag the game like crazy if there's a lot of them. And yes, it will even lag console Minecraft, which is almost unheard of, but very, very relevant. Okay, we're going to need to make a comparator, which will need some quartz. Simple as that. What? Oh, and some stone. Oh, I need a good redstone block to work with, though. I think I'm done with the slime blocks. What would make a good redstone just block? Yeah, why not? Light gray terracotta. Okay, let's try and make like a little bit of a channel here. Also, why not? Just to pretty it up a little. Okay, and we are going to need a repeater as well. Yeah, that's gonna take a lot of items. Good, good. Okay, now we need a throwaway block that we would almost never take out of this thing. Like, or something we would never store. And I guess we can use flint for now, because why would I ever store that? And we're gonna need, like, an area just to get items from, I guess. Let's see. Sure, right there. That'll work. I could probably streamline this a little more later, but unfortunately, I don't really have the materials or the time to do so again. Time crunch, I know, I've said it like 5 million times. Y'all are used to hearing me say it. Okay, so how much would this be giving off if I had a full stack of items in there right now? Okay. So we need to get it to a point where it will... Does this have a signal? What we need to do is get it to a point... Wait. Oh, I have the repeater still. There we go. What we need to do is get to a point where, like, once a stack of items fill this thing, it'll just stop collecting items. That's the idea. Okay, that seems to be working fairly well. So this would normally be going faster if this was dumped into multiple chests, which would be the idea. We need some way to... Ooh, I think that's just barely enough of that left over. Real quick, let's make a chest. There we go. Now we can dump items directly in here. And they will go down here. Okay, 42 items is what our limit ends up being hit at. That's not so good. But, I mean, whatever works. Okay, let's empty this thing out right now. I guess this kind of works as storage. Well, the idea is we would have a template block in here. Like something we would take out, stick in here to get it sucking items out of here. And then once it would hit a certain point, it would just stop taking the items. And that way when we take them out, in theory it's supposed to stop. Okay, I might have messed something up. That wasn't what I was hoping for. Maybe if I invert it? That wasn't what I was hoping for. Wait, I have an idea. Okay, let's stick that back in there. I have an idea. Oh, one torch. Actually, that'll always have something there. Okay, that doesn't work right, okay. Maybe if we do this? Nope, that ain't how it works, okay. Redstone. How does it work? Okay, what I'm trying to... Y'all know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get it to a point where all I gotta do is stick this in, and it'll immediately start taking them out. And it would be great if I could just get it so that one block is all it needs to get going. Let's add more flint in. Let's just... Don't I have more flint? Ah, here they are. What if we do that? Okay, let's add more items in. We just need to add useless items in that I would almost never store in this thing until there's no room left. The rack is... Ah, what the heck. I usually throw another rack out anyway. Okay, just a little more random items. Okay, let's see what else we can throw in there. Stone shovels, tools and such add a lot. Oh, wait. Shovels add a lot. And I would never be storing a shovel in here. Whoop. Wait, is this adding more? What about half? There we go. Now if I just add one more item... Okay, that's it. That's the key we need. Okay, so now let's try this out. Whoops. Okay, let's dump all of these in there. Why is it registering? Oh, wait. That still needs to be inverted. Shoot. Okay, time to do some redstone trickery. There's something in here at the moment? Okay, yeah, there is. Yeah, this is gonna be a messy mess to clean up later, that's for sure. Okay, let's try that one more time. Yeah, that's going in. It's not going in here. But now if I enter this in here... Yes, that works. Okay, we have our selection system made. Redstone Pro, I am not. But that worked out surprisingly well. Now we just gotta cover this mess up. Actually, that's surprisingly well covered. It just needs one block. Or, like, it needs this front fixed, obviously. But that's... Like, all I gotta do is place blocks here, here. That's surprisingly easy to cover up. A little awkward looking, though. Kind of shoved off in the wall. But yeah, basically infinite storage. Although, I would never want to break these slime blocks, I don't think. There is a limit, too. Like, if somehow the minecarts in there got free, I would have to basically break every single minecart, releasing all their items in there. There's a limit to how many items you can have in the ground in console. And I think breaking maybe 3 minecart chests worth that are completely full of items would already be the limit. So, anything past that would just get deleted. But yeah, this works. Nice to know. Okay, my chests are all out of place. Anyway, I think we're gonna have to call it here for this episode. Sorry for the short one, but we made a pretty beautiful... Wah! If you ever wanted to know how I scream, that's how I scream. What the heck? Where did that even come from? I have this area lit up. Well, maybe not over here anymore, but y'all know. That happened. Anyway, back to my outro before I get so rudely interrupted. We made a pretty beautiful, well, maybe not beautiful, but pretty unique looking, I guess, guarding out front of our mineshaft base, which I like. It's inspired of Final Fantasy XII, and I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out, and we can do some more with it later as well. But we got that done. Well, I say done. We still have to add grass here. I'll try and get Silk Touch at some point off screen. It may not be ready like my next episode, though. But we did that, and we also worked on a storage thing here. A little storage redstone thing. I mean, this is incredibly simple redstone that, for whatever reason, I could not wrap my head around because I was talking the entire time. It really is true that whenever you're talking, like, if you're a YouTuber and you're recording and talking, games become 10 times harder to play. And that's also true of thinking. Anyway, we got our little infinite storage thing here. I'll probably start using this off screen. It could be improved. It could definitely be improved. But I guess we'll do that next time. Anyway, thank you all for watching this episode of my Minecraft single player series. Thank you all. I just said thank you twice. Ignore me. I'm half asleep, by the way. It's 10 o'clock Friday night. Now you know why I'm in a rush. Thank you all for watching. I've been RSKOS. And good night, I guess. See y'all later.